All right. This is now what, my sixth race uh, at Le Mans. I am starting in sixth position. You can see me on the right-hand side here in the behind the black Glock car. Uh, it's been a frustrating day yesterday. Today I figure I'll have my coffee, I have a little breakfast. We'll start out, we'll see how it goes. You can see me in the middle of the screen there. But let's see how this day wants to play out in comparison to yesterday. I did set a 4:04.5 for my qualifying, which put me sixth place. So pretty happy with how that went. But this is actually going to be the race where I set the fastest lap I've set so far. Let's see how it goes. Race starts off pretty good. I get a decent enough start. My intention was to slip to the middle of the track here to block somebody coming up the middle. And as we go into the first turns, I'm expecting the usual destruction derby. I get through the first turn cleanly. Second turn, I
Y'all
lose
are
a position.
fucking dumb.
See the accident in the back. I come out of this turn. I'm in seventh place. I've lost one position, but I am right on the back of the Glock car there. I'm going to give you a view from my cockpit as I go into the race. Again, I'm taking it a little easy here. I don't want to over-rotate the car as I've done yesterday. I've done a few practice laps this morning before I gave it a go, and I made some adjustments to how I was driving. But we'll see how it plays out for us in this straight. So we're heading down the main straightaway here. My main concern in this straightaway is the people behind me usually, where they end up slamming into me as I'm braking. This car on my right. It has the inside line. He's clearly faster than me at this point. I'm not going to defend too hard. Let him go through cleanly. Emmanuel takes the lead from me there. So I'm in 8th position now.
Thank you for
Fabian right
Thank
on my rear.
Dipshit.
And the complaining
Sorry,
continues. I have Fabian right on my tail here, going down the straightaway. I know he's got a huge draft on me. I'm trying to use the draft in front of me to keep in front of him. He moves to the inside. I'm not going to fight this too hard again. Again, my intention here, as I saw last night, was even in the lower echelons, even if I'm down to 13, I gain a little bit. I can chip away. You see an accident happen right there. Juan is out. Backs up, damaging his car even more. So that puts me back into 8th position. With Niles behind me. Makes a really good pass, honestly, here. Hits the back of the car in front of him. But I slot in here. Now I've got somebody else right behind me. And you can see how fighting can really slow down people. I mean, that's the whole point, but it is interesting that once people start battling, it does allow others to catch up and get in the mix. You can see Tom Fisher trying to make a move on me, but he can't get it done. And the number 8 car, take my first left here, and you see the Glock car kind of lose a bunch of pace as he takes that turn wide. A couple cars go off the road there. Boom, bumps me back up to 7th place at this point. As we make our way down the front straights into a series of turns here. This one is to the right with a hard left following it. And boom. I'm going to pause that a second because I want to back that up and show you. It took me a couple times seeing that to understand what happened. First, I'll show you from my perspective. Here's my cockpit view, and you can see what occurs in front of me. Black Glock car just seems to spin out of control there, and I carry on. Now I'm going to back that up again, and I'm going to move to him in front of me. Here's his view. I'm going to move to, let's take a chase view of this so that you can see what this looks like. And actually, I'm on the wrong car. I'm going to back up a bit. Here we are. So we have a chase view of the Glock car. And as he goes into the turn, he taps the back of the car in front of him, Fabian, and that causes him to spin out. So again, kind of his own doing, but that's I guess, that's racing. So back to me. Let's carry on the race. I avoid that accident, fortunately. I am currently in 6th position. I can hear somebody right behind me. And you can see that both of these guys are still behind me battling. All those guys just took off-track penalties, but again, they can ignore the slowdown penalty as you are forced to slow down here for the chicane, and it can make it up. Here comes Niles trying to get past me, or excuse me, Bo trying to get past me. And Bo was the one that I believe started the race in first place. He had like a 3:59 qualifying time, so he is significantly faster than me. I'm not going to give him really any challenge here, as my fight is not with him. We are now in the 2nd lap. Thibault here in the Oracle Red Bull Racing is not going to do Oracle Red Bull Racing drivers any favors, and I'm going to back that up so you can see that as well. I believe that this is nobody's fault but his. I have sent it to the stewards. The stewards really being my buddy Gary, who is part of my Formula One group, and had him take a look at what he thinks the cause of this accident is. Here we are entering the turn. I am clearly ahead of him. The person passing is responsible for passing, and he taps me in the back there. We should have backed out of that. His car flips over. I'm able to squeeze back onto the road. I now find myself in 12th place. I've gone from 6th to 12th as a result of him tapping me, and we're going to carry on. Now, so where's my head at this point? Of course there's been another accident. Of course. As safe as I've been trying to drive, it's risky, and it's a risky sport. So here I go, just down the straightaway. There is a couple cars behind me, but if I can keep focused on the cars in front of me and utilize their draft, maybe I can catch up to them, keeping the cars behind me off my tail. First chicane goes pretty well. I hear somebody crash. Boom. I'm now taking 11th position. I think he is damaged enough he is not going to be able to get back in the race. Looks like he's trying to. If he gets back in, he's way back there now. I'll tell you right now, overall, pretty happy with my performance in this race. Things could have gone better. They could have gone worse. I would have preferred not to have that accident. I'm going to skip forward several laps, though, so you can see what happens. I'm in 10th place at this point, going into lap 3. And I'm going to get to lap 5 and show you where things stand as of lap 5. So here's lap 3. Here's the beginning of lap 4. I'm in 9th place. Making pretty good time. I have set a 4:06 my last lap, but the lap before that, I think I set a 4:02, which is absolutely the fastest I've done on this course. I have not broken the 4-minute mark yet, but if this were going to go 3 more days, I probably would. All right, here we go. I'm in 9th place. I have somebody right on my tail. We're going into lap 5. I lose that position out to him. And you can see I'm getting pressure from behind me as well now. Working hard to keep up with him in front of me. This is interesting. This is what I've changed here. I stay in fourth gear as opposed to downshifting to third here. Stay in fourth, just brake a little bit, take that corner in fourth, and I seem to get a better run out of my initial start there. But this guy is right on me. That's Lucas Kriegler coming right at me from the straightaway. There's no way I'm going to hold him off with the draft he has gotten. And behind him, Zilvanis also has a strong draft. I'm very concerned about going 2 or 3 abreast into this chicane. And I'm going to back that up just so you can take a look at that too to see whose fault you think that is. I'm going to move to a chase mode on myself, and then you'll be able to take a look here at what just occurred. So here I am. We're coming down the straightaway. You can see the tire barricade up up front. We're going to make a right turn. Everybody knows it's coming. I had no choice here to make that turn other than to back completely out. And the fact is, he does not have position on me at this point. So, again, one for the stewards. I'll see what Gary has to say about that. I make it through that collision fine. I am in 11th place at this point. Fifth lap still, down the back straight, using the draft of these guys to stay in touch with them. Behind me, you can see I've got quite a distance on the cars behind me. I think I have about a 5.5 second lead on the person behind me. Fairly decent exit from that chicane. I could do a little bit better. I'm concerned about overdriving the car at this point. I'm watching these two in front of me battle, and I'm wondering, is there going to be an accident here, or are they going to do fine? Both these guys have been really respectful when they passed me, though. I think they're going to probably be fine, but I'm hoping. But hope's not a strategy. I find this to be actually the more challenging part of the track overall after the start. Once you're through the start, which is an awful mess each time. You can see the draft has just got me catching up to them, but I am concerned about getting involved in 3 abreast here. So I'm going to go ahead and back off just a little bit, let them do their thing. This corner I've spun out on before, so I'm always a little more cautious there, plus there's gravel in the road. Don't get a great exit out of this, but not terrible. They definitely seat their position, with Francisco in front of Lucas and me behind Lucas. Again, that draft is pulling me right up to Lucas in front of me. Don't want to be involved. If there's going to be an accident between these two, I just don't want to be involved in it. They are battling hard, man. It's fun to watch, actually, from behind, too. They're being respectful of their distance. They're, working each other. I really do enjoy it. And I have a great seat for it. Here we come into the 2 chicanes leading to the start-finish line. Slots in front of Francisco. Lucas takes the lead from Francisco. Boy, I really don't like that turn. That is the hardest one. And here we go into lap 6. I'm going to scoot forward a lap so you can see we go into lap 7. I am in 10th place. Lucas and Francisco have spread out their battle a little bit, and Robin has passed me. So I've lost the position to him. I see, though, he kind of swings wide there a bit. Again, by lap 7, my tires have kind of had it, especially with the spin out that I had earlier. That doesn't help them at all. Staying in 4th gear, making the turn. Still in 10th place. Lucas has moved up several positions, by the way, in the meantime. Trying to keep the pressure on Robin in front of me, hoping maybe he'll make an error. My last lap was a 4:02.9, which is one of the fastest laps I've set on the track. Some of that probably a result of drafting off of people, which really, you see how it just sucks you in. It's the final lap. There's still a long way to go on the final lap. Anything can happen at this point. But am I going to be able to make anything out of it? It's not looking like it. I'm pretty far back at this point. Unless there's an accident, it's not looking like I'm going to get anything done. Or somebody's got to make a mistake for me to gain up on these folks. What an interesting attempt at a pass here. Doesn't quite work out there. But man, you can see how he's just right on him coming out of this turn. Pretty happy with my exit there. Keeping right with them. About 1.8 seconds behind the person in front of me. I'd rather be obviously in front of them, but I'd rather be closer to be gaining advantage. The draft goes back at least 2.5 seconds. Down the straightaway here, he's trying to make a move. Robin's trying to make a move on Francisco. Still unable to do it. And I'm thinking, okay, all I need is for them to fight and make a mistake. Finally, Robin gets a move done on Francisco there. What a great pass, honestly, into that corner. That's the kind of pass I aspire to be able to pull off on people. So it's fun to watch. Francisco takes the position back right there as he gets a little bit ahead. And he's able to stick that. And here they go. Here we go into the final kind of turns. We have the Porsche turns here, then the Corvette turns. This is the one I usually make the mistake on, swinging wide usually. I have to slow down a bit so I don't. Pull it off. All right, so it's looking like, yeah, I'm gonna wind up 10th position in this race. Going into the final chicane is not my strongest area. Let's just keep focused, get through it. When, a mistake on his part sends him wide, and I'm able to sneak out from Francois in 9th position. So I guess never give up is the story there. But, you know, listen, we did have an accident this race.
Nice race.
Could have been worse, could have been better. I wonder where I would have wound up were it not for that accident. I wonder if I would have wound up a little bit higher. So the way this race ends for me is I finish with a gain of 16.16 safety rating and 32 points. Not too shabby. So I'm gaining back some of what I lost yesterday. But the interesting thing about the safety rating here is I can get the next classification of license if I can get my safety rating up to a 3. So I'm starting to get a whiff of that. But again, starting in 6th place, ending in 9th. Not the best, but not the worst. Certainly better than any of my performance yesterday. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes.